Beautiful Thursday morning. Welcome to you. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the brilliant little subject of launching. And don't click off if you feel you've got nothing to launch. This has revolutionized my business, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to revolutionize yours as well. Welcome, I'm Jill Chitty. I am a LinkedIn trainer and consultant, and I work with solopreneurs right through to big global groups, enabling people to get great results on LinkedIn. If you can hear me, pop me a thumbs up, pop me a good day, pop something in the chat so that I can see that you are there and we're on. And I will keep my eye on the chat. There we go. Got the chat up. So you might not specifically have a new program that you want to launch by the end of this year, but I'm wondering how regularly you do launch with your current business. If you could pop in, so I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook. Hi, Jolie, and I'm going out on my YouTube channel for the first time. So brilliant, Jolie, that you're here on LinkedIn. I can see that you guys can hear me. So you might not have anything. Oh, and I'm sorry, it just says Facebook user, by the way. You're doing my brilliant LinkedIn playbook. Brilliant. Facebook user. So you might not have anything necessarily new that's coming up this year that you want to use as a launch. But what I want you to start thinking about a bit laterally is what can you do to get more clients in your current service or to your current programs? So yeah, even if you hate launching, which personally I find incredibly draining on my energy, and actually, I think the last time I launched, I did a big challenge. I think I spent 2 weeks in bed. So this is not that kind of launch, Berta. It is a really gentle launch. It's a template that I can share with you that you can repeat and refine. Let me tell you about my launch experience because it's not pretty, which is why this whole system has come out of that. The first time I launched, I didn't get a pickle of a take up, not one little bit of interest. The second time I launched, I got a little bit of interest. The third time I launched, I got quite a few inquiries. I think it was the fourth time I launched, somebody bought, but just one. And I was too embarrassed because I thought I should know better. And so I told that person, and sorry if this is you, I told that person that we were fully booked. I didn't have the guts to run it with just one person. And I should have done because I would have learned so much. Hindsight is a beautiful thing. So it wasn't until my 11th time of launching the same program that I actually only wanted 12 people and I got 20 people on. That was 11 times. So that was over a period of around about 18 months. But in that 18 months, I'd learned a heck of a lot about my messaging, about the tech, about timings, about how to position what I was talking about, all of that sort of thing that you only ever get the depth of learning when you keep doing it again and again and again. So I want to share with you, thanks, Georgie. I want to share with you the sort of format that I do that I think is really important that everybody does something like this on LinkedIn, on Facebook, that you have a concerted effort of promoting your business. And here's why. Because the visibility on LinkedIn is really down at the moment. A lot of profiles are experiencing a real drop, and I'm not saying everybody is, but a lot of profiles are experiencing a real drop in the visibility of being shown to the right people. Their engagement is down. You're having to fight a lot more for engagement. And it's a bit of a myth to think that you can put a piece of content out, and you might put a really good piece of content out, and that it will get shown to the whole of your network. It won't. That's not how things work. Now, also, with that in mind, clarity is down about you in your network. So, if not everybody is seeing your content, there isn't this continual reminder of the great things that you do. It's a really busy platform, isn't it? I mean, there's just so much going on. Busy platform. We are all very distracted, a little bit overwhelmed. We don't remember. We don't remember what's gone out. I can't remember the profiles that I read this morning, let alone if we connected, say, 6 months ago. And so people aren't going to have that instant clarity like we do with those big brands of what you do. And this really does sort of, we last month in my membership, we're on an attract season, so how to attract the very best clients. We were talking about personal brand, and launching regularly enables and really boosts your personal brand in terms of visibility. And it actually ensures that all of your marketing is rowing together, just like the oars. When we watch the Olympics, and I am British, we've been pretty good over the years at rowing. Is that what you are? Rowing? I think that's the right term. So you can see I'm not sporty. It means everything is working together. There's a synergy when you start to launch. You're really focusing people in on what you do. And this is a format that is easy and it engages people. So I hope that just by me highlighting those things, you're open-minded to actually adopting something like this, where we can repeat it. Now, I always say to my clients, at least every quarter, you need to be launching something. Not necessarily new, but you need to be launching your service or an existing program so that you have people in the pipelines that you can talk to, that you can share and add value to. Because one of the reasons that LinkedIn works so brilliantly is it's a great introduction platform. There's millions of people on here, but you can start conversations and pull the right people onto your marketing journey with you. And this launch process does it super, super easy. So we suggest you do it quarterly. Many of my clients do it monthly. We've actually this year started doing it weekly, and it is super easy. We have everything in Trello. We copy this week's and we fill in the blanks for next week. And we will do weeks again. We've been doing it long enough now that we can pull in weeks that we have done. So if I'm having time off, I'm not going to be writing this stuff, but I've got weeks of stuff that we can pull in and use. So if that's the kind of launch that you would love, give me a heart, because working smart like that is music to my ears. There's enough for us to do when we're running businesses, we're running homes, we've got lives outside our business, hopefully. So give me a thumbs up or a heart, because this is launching made easy. Now I've got my notes over here because I don't want to miss anything. So it doesn't matter if you haven't got anything new. It just matters if you want to get more clients. Use this format. So how do we go about it? Well, it's a week, so it's 7 days, and I've got a launch planner that I created for my clients that we're using in the membership at the moment. Episode 2 in our attract season is all about launching with content. So if you'd like the planner, pop planner into the comments, and my team will make sure that you get access to the planner. So what do you start to talk about when you're launching? Well, each one of us in our business has multiple themes. So as a LinkedIn consultant, I could talk about your profile. I could talk about messaging, positioning, personal branding. I could talk about moving people onto a your marketing journey with you, for example. If I was let's say if I was an accountant, I'd be talking about getting your accounts organized. I'd be talking about VAT. I'd be talking about benefits. Other themes might be your allowances, what's permitted, what's not permitted, and you'll discover those themes because they're the kind of things that clients and inquirers make on a continual basis. So you will have certain themes in your business that are kind of like the pillars of what you do, the problems you solve, and what you talk about all the time in your business. So, we talk about content all the time. It's a biggie on LinkedIn. That's one of my pillars. So I want you to think about the numbers of pillars and list out the numbers of pillars that you have in your business. It's just a really good exercise anyway. And choose one. Let's not go all deep and heavy. Just choose one, because the next time you launch, you can choose another one. So we're just going to choose one of those. And in those themes, there's masses that we can talk about. I mean, literally thousands and thousands of different things and different angles that we can come at. So if I'm talking about profiles, for example, I'll talk about the importance of the banner, keywords, headline, picture, featured section, about section. It goes on and on and on. And then I can talk about different aspects of those and different angles from those. So you need a strategy if you're going to get clients and if you're not going to waste time. And what this does is it combats that I need to post something, so let's just put anything up there. And there's nothing joining the dots, which is the strategy, nothing joining the dots. And because there isn't that flow, it rarely leads to clients. You might, on the occasion, get really good engagement. But there's not, what you need is that continual pool of interest in your business. Hey, morning, and morning with you from Michigan. So choose your theme. Just pick a theme. Write them all out and pick one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Don't get caught up on all of that nonsense. Then, using one of those themes that you've chosen, we want to dismantle a belief. A wrong belief, a misleading belief, a belief that is a dead end, that maybe you used to hold dear, that you can't anymore, knowing what you know. Because what we want to start to do is unpick, dismantle some of this wrong thinking that your clients have. And because you're much further down the journey than your clients, you will understand how wrong that belief is. So we want to think about just unpicking and dismantling a belief set, a mindset within that theme that we're promoting. And what we're hoping to do is just create a little light bulb moment, a chink, a change in their thinking. Let me give you some examples. So one of my beliefs might be that people think they have to post 3 or 4 times a day on LinkedIn to get clients. Oh, no, I don't think I've ever posted more than once. And in fact, sometimes I can see my post is still gathering engagement, and I don't post today, and I'm going to run out of battery. I forgot to plug myself in. So let me squeeze in and get that. Plug myself in before I disappear. There we go. There you go. It's a bit wobbly, isn't it? So you're dismantling those beliefs. You're showing people a different way, and we explore that within the context of you writing your content. If I was a dog trainer, I might look at one of my themes being a puppy. And the belief that I might dismantle is you have to wait till a puppy is older before you can start disciplining them. Now, I'm not a puppy trainer, but I would say that's a belief that needs to be dismantled. Or that you have to start giving them vitamins as soon as they're born. No, you get a healthy diet. You don't treat them with sugary human food. So you can see there's a variety of things that you can do to dismantle those beliefs. And they're going to form a big part of the content that we have. So what is the point of dismantling those beliefs? We're going to change someone's thinking. We're going to shift someone's perspective. We're going to pop in that missing piece for them so that they go, oh, wow, they get a light bulb moment. They get a moment of clarity. They get a mini win. And what that does is it positions you in a very different way. It positions you in their brains in the friend zone. That's when your marketing message keeps getting through. That's when they look at you, they recognize you on the home feed, and they stop to read your content. So, got a theme, we're going to dismantle a belief. And then from that, we want to create a freebie. So these days, if you've got Canva, and if you haven't got Canva, what are you doing? I've wasted so much time on Canva. I love it. So Canva, you can create images and worksheets and all sorts of websites. We created our website on there as a sort of just as a sort of pre-launch, soft launch one, and then we're putting it on. Amazing. Anyway, this isn't about Canva. Give me a thumbs up if you love Canva. I love it. So what we want you to do is have a giveaway. So we're getting something in people's hands. So that could be a checklist, a planner like we've got. And yeah, I can see quite a few of you have said planner. You can do a workbook. We create a lot of these things for clients, and we're happy to let you guys have them. You can do how-to, step-by-steps. And I can almost hear some of you thinking, what I'm going to give away stuff that I would use for clients. Yeah, my mantra is give away your best stuff, because nobody's ever grown a business by giving away their worst or subpar stuff. You want people to see how you work, how you operate. You also want them to get a sense of what it might be like working with you. Then they've got something in their hands they're working with. Who's just said something about my LinkedIn? There we go. Somebody on Facebook said, so you guys on LinkedIn can't see this. Perfect timing, Jill. I'm just doing your brilliant LinkedIn playbooks. So I give those away for free now. So we then start to put something in their hands that they can work through, something simple, something easy. And you know what? We've been doing this for so long now. We go through Canva and go, oh gosh, we did that 2 years ago. That was brilliant. Let's just zhuzh that up and get that out. And, you know, it's useful stuff. And remember, you just need to take people on the next step with you. You don't have to blow people's minds. We're not doing degree level. Okay, next thing. Then throughout that week, we want to expand a little bit more on that theme. So we want to go into more depth. I like to jump on here and do live, so you're part of this launch that we do now on a weekly basis. You can record something and put it up. If your audience is auditory, you can just record some audio, do a podcast on it if you've got podcasts. You can write blogs on your website or do, move them across and use published articles here and put them in here, or even do workshops. It's another thing that we do actually. So we have a twofold. We invite people in to as a free pass to one of our workshops, our client workshops. We open up a few places. Go put free pass if you want to come and join us next Wednesday at 9:30 UK time. So we go a bit more depth. And why is this so important? You see all of this is layered. People are now having awareness. If they've wanted to download and opt in to our freebie, they're going to be the people that we want to attract. So now we're starting to really embed ourselves and the theme in them. They're starting to want to really sort this out, move forward with it. It's also great, so we can use these lives and we repurpose them at the weekend, and we remind people that we've been doing this and they can have access to it. So go deep. And then the final thing that kind of runs through the whole of the week is a call to action. We always want to have a call to action, a place for them to go. So we want them to come onto the journey with us. We want to add value. That's what draws them on. But I know from my experience of doing this for years now, that when I talk to people, I can really pinpoint the mistakes they're making and their best next steps. So I love to bring people onto a workshop. I love to speak to people, so people can book a 20-minute chat with me. And 9 times out of 10, that ends up with people coming onto my programs, working with me one-on-one, booking power hours, but quite often coming onto the membership, which is brilliant. So, you could send them to a sales page, to your website, a page on your website. Whatever works for you, and you can try and test it at different launches. So this is a 7, and if you get the planner, you'll see the format there. 7 days where you have the format. It's repeatable. You fill in the blanks. We create it on Trello. If you've got Asana or whatever, you can do it on there. And what it means is you're grabbing people's attention. You're offering them value. You're building relationship. You're giving them a moment of clarity. And the likelihood is that if it really hits the mark, they want to know more. So I hope that was useful. I tend to only do 20 minutes. We got carried away because it's a subject that I'm really passionate about. What was useful about that to you? And who has had their minds changed? Have I dismantled any beliefs on launching? So literally, if you've got this system, if you've been taking notes, you start to create content every day that dismantles beliefs, gives away, invites people onto something. Then you're going to remind them, this is what we've been doing this week. Have you had access to it? Thank you, Andy, for the light bulb. So you might not have anything new to launch this month, this week. It doesn't matter. Take that one theme and use that to speak about your business, add value, and start to get a community of people that are looking forward to seeing what you have to say today. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will be, thank you, I'll be on next week with another surprise, but we'll be adding more value. And if you're interested in coming along and just seeing what we do in our LinkedIn membership, we meet every Friday. We don't now, we meet every Wednesday. And it's workshop style. We get this stuff done, we get it mapped out, we get the ideas done, we get ready to launch. And we do that with all of our different themes each month. So we'd love to have you. Thank you guys, and I will see you next week. Have an awesome week.